I'm Simon Quicke. I'm editor of MicroScope magazine, the channel publication that is the sister publication of Computer Weekly. I started in tech journalism in August '95. I applied to MicroScope, had a pretty bad interview actually, and thought, well, just put that down to experience. But then got called back. I was told I'd had a bad interview, but they found it amusing. So I then came back and got the job. And so back then, MicroScope was a really big staff, so I started as a junior reporter covering the Mac and retail market. When I started in '95, there were about 17 people. Now that includes the production team who were in with us. For me, Spark is all about the people rather than the clients, if you get what I mean, in the individual stories. So for me, it's always been about K-Wall, Anna, Dom, Alex, and many others. And so for me, I remember the people. I think the difference is Spark just got it. Whether Spark just got how the channel works, I don't know the background there, but Spark just got it. Even from the very, very beginning, it was the people that made the difference. I get a lot of what I would call miscommunication. So I get a lot of product releases, I get a lot of stuff about just general company news, like we've had a new funding round. And so the problem often is you're thinking, look, I have to come through everything from a channel angle. Everything I do has to be channel. The good PR relationship is when they understand that. That's all, when they just think, okay, we know that this publication, this journalist is looking for that, let's try and go for it. And then I think the other flip side of that is being honest. I mean, one of the interesting things about my relationship with Spark over the years is it's been very intense, and then there's been periods, sometimes 18 months, where I haven't heard from you. You've phoned up, somebody's phoned up and said, hey, how are you? And I've said, what's happened? And there's been an honesty to say we didn't have a client that was in the channel. So again, good PR, because a lot of people would say, well, hey, let's not stop us from pitching anyway, because we just do that scattergun approach. Probably my best ever press trip was years ago. I went to the athletics at Seville with Epsom, and they were very generous. And it was very interesting just to go and see behind the scenes of the involvement in a major tournament. We got to watch a little bit of athletics, we got to drink quite a lot and just socialise, and that was really important. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realise that actually what makes a really good press trip, to be blunt, is which other journalists are on it. If you can park the content for the moment, it's who am I going to be hanging out with in between briefings and my one-to-ones. I say sadly I still get invited to a few, but I don't go on as many now because that pressure of work, you're almost in a way, you're using it as a remote office just to do the stuff you would do if you were here.